Let's see if this works this time. Going live, going live. You're live, yay! All right. So, welcome to the White Rabbit YouTube channel. In today's episode, we're reviewing the previous episode, Nature's Secret Energy and the Trees That Became Mountains. So, I have a comment from Michael JG. Cool. Thanks, Michael. If you have any questions about conspiracy theories or you can't think of a question, just type uh, one word and I'll tell you a conspiracy about it. All right, as always, I'll start with a review of the episode. So it was filmed on location in hot springs, in the jungle, in the fields, in the river. Talking about grounding, so your feet are touching the actual soil, grass, rock, sand, to get the energy from the planet, which is also called prana or chi. Electroculture, so I showed you how to strip the wire and then wrap it around the bamboo pole and plant it in the forest, in the garden to increase crops. Fossilized tree stumps, obviously. Energy vortexes, ley lines, sun charged auras, especially during sunrise and sunset. The hollow earth, geothermal energy in the hot springs, the Australia Wollemi pines that were saved during the bushfires, the Hyperion tree in California, the tallest tree in the world. Touch a tree, hug a tree to get the good energy. And the other thing was the seeds in the mouth. So a lot of esoteric teachings say that if you put a seed in your mouth for the time varies between 30 seconds and 9 minutes, and then you plant it in the ground, and then when the plant or tree and when the fruit or vegetable grows, it will be more in tune with your personal microbiome needs. But when I was looking for images to back up what I was saying, everything was saying that it's completely not true, it's the opposite, but it could just be disinformation. All right, so somebody asked me where I was filming that episode. It was mostly on Yamingshan Mountain, which is the same mountain that the Taiwan pyramid is on. And the beach was Jinshan Beach, which basically you come off the mountain, it's the first beach that you come up to. My plan was to go to a different beach, but the sun was coming down, so we had to improvise and make a new plan. As for the comments, we have a comment from a very repeat commenter. Thank you, Ava Gold 2309. She wrote, "Wow, lightning rods in the garden. That was cool. I think you're onto something about reconnecting with the Earth's power grid." And I commented that it's not actually a lightning rod, although it could serve that purpose. And throughout the video, I was either wearing moccasins, which are like hide shoes made by Native Americans in Canada. I've been wearing them for 20 years. But anyway, those allow the grounding to work because it's a natural substance. And then also barefoot. But for the electroculture gardening scene, I was wearing sandals because there was thunder in the background. It wasn't really, you couldn't really hear it on the microphone, but it was there. So I was wearing that because I'm holding a copper rod, and that attracts electricity. And I was high up in the mountains above the temple. You could see in the background. Anyway, Teacher Charles TV commented, "Nice to see you filming outdoors." So thank you, Charles. Then I got one from a really long message that I'm only going to tell you part of it. From Shixian Xianmini, wrote, "In Genesis creation story, specifically 1:9, states that God commanded, 'Let the waters under the heavens gather together in one place, and let the dry land appear.' This gathering created the seas and revealed dry ground, which God named earth. And then he goes on to talk about other stuff too. Comment from Moria New World Hope. Jack and the Beanstalk Origins. Yes, definitely. And Michael IG. I love the well researched explanations. Great vid. Thank you, Michael. All right. I've got a little bit more information about other nature conspiracies. And then I'll tell you about other episodes that are coming up. I'm also filming in case the live doesn't work. Anyway, there's a theory that, okay, it's, oh no, I jinxed it by saying that now your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try to reconnect. Anyway, let's see if it reconnects and I'll continue to you. So, there's a theory that deep beneath the earth lies a massive crystal, huge quartz deposits, like a crystal grid. And some people believe that this crystal grid, like they have huge deposits in Mexico, you have to wear like special breathing gear and go down there. And by the time you get there, you only have like 30 minutes of oxygen to like look around, but like they're like skyscraper sized crystals. So anyway, some people think there are deposits like this around the world, and these are in part powering the ley lines. So that was pretty cool. And then maybe the ancients knew how to tap into it, and because they use crystals for everything. There's the crystal skulls in Mesoamerica. There's in, like I said, in the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun, they mixed the quartz crystals in the cement, the strongest cement in the world, encasing the Pyramid of the Sun and others in Bosnia, because there are 5, but I only went to one, so I can only confirm that it was the Bosnia Pyramid of the Sun was like that. And then nature doesn't just feel good. I don't know where to look. Okay. Nature doesn't just feel good. It activates us. Walking barefoot in the grass, sun gazing, touching a tree aren't just rituals. They might be a way to awaken our higher potential. Could nature be the key to unlocking dormant parts of our DNA? Sunlight at dawn resets the circadian rhythm and charges your pineal gland. I don't know about the pineal gland, but for me, when I wake up, I always look at the sun and it will really wake me up. I'm not going to fall asleep after that. Another interesting thing with ley lines is that the ancient Druids and Druids, Druids, I can't remember how to pronounce it, and priestesses followed the patterns of bees to find power spots. And do you think that the global collapse of bee populations could be connected to the disruption of Earth's magnetic field? Because we talked about the pole shift, and we know that the magnetic North Pole is moving year by year across the Arctic. It used to be in Canada, now it's halfway past the North Pole and going on to Russia. And so that's that. And then there's also, on the other hand, that humans are not even supposed to be on Earth. There's a theory that we might be an introduced species or even hybrid beings. If you look closely, we just don't fit here the way other animals do. Childbirth is dangerous and painful, unlike almost every other animal. Sunlight burns us, gives us cancer, and hurts our eyes. Although there is another conspiracy that like world governments want you to wear sunglasses so you can get reconnected to the earth, but that's a whole different thing. Gravity messes us up, bad backs, joint pain. Some scientists say our skeletal structure is poorly suited for Earth's gravity. Humans have emotional disorders, seasonal depression, and almost no natural defenses, no claws, no sharp teeth, or night vision. We have allergies, food allergies, pollen, and even sunlight. Some people are allergic to sunlight. There are not many, but there are. And these are all common things to find in our environment. So why can't we do it? Anyway, so we are not in balance with the ecosystem. We dominate and destroy it. Some say we came from Mars before it died. Others say we were genetically engineered, possibly by higher dimensional beings or the Anunnaki, not me, Anunnaki, or that the Earth is just one of many testing grounds. It says chat disconnected. So I'm definitely not looking here now. All right. As for the upcoming episodes, I have the Atlantis episode. I'd stand up, but then the camera would be looking the wrong way. So Atlantis is coming up. It's all filmed. I'm just doing the background images, and it'll be ready by this upcoming Sunday in 7 days. The Inner Earth episode is still ongoing, so the Atlantis episode and the Inner Earth episode are like 20 minutes each, so it's going to take a long time to do all the images. I've started filming the chakras episode. Speaking of filming, someone asked me if I could show you the script I use when I'm filming. So it's very unprofessional. So anyway, it works for me. So this is my script here for the Philippines episode. So as you can see, it's just a whole bunch of like handwritten pages, and I cross stuff out. So basically, I write everything by hand, and then I won't say exactly what's written on the paper. I'll just like kind of wing it when I'm talking, but it's always the main idea. Babble Dob. So it's just like a whole. Anyway, it's not important anymore. I just kept it to show you guys in the live. So the aswang, more aswang, the capre, and you can see like I took out a whole bunch of stuff. Like anyway. So anyway, this is like, I don't know, 30 something pages. So that's the Philippine script for whoever was interested in seeing that. I've also mostly written the Stargates episode. So the Stargates episode is pretty interesting. So we all know the Stargate in Iraq, in the ziggurat of Ur, most likely. So anyway, some people think that the Americans went to war in Iraq, not for the oil, but for control of the Stargate. And there are, I think, 12 Stargates around the world, but just having the Stargate is not enough. You need to control the node that goes along with it. I don't remember them all by heart, but like there's only two places that the node and the Stargate are very close together. But most of the time it's like let's say the pyramids of Egypt are linked to the Nazca lines, or like really far away places. So anyway, I'll talk more about that in that episode. But that one, I'm not even done writing it. I just because I'm still filming the chakras episode. I filmed just a little bit. Anyway, and as for the possible upcoming episodes, well, possible, they're gonna get done eventually. Giants of the World, that's gonna be done. Oceanic inner Earth entrances, like the triangles, and over here off Yemen, you can see there's a portal in the water. That's one of my very original ones. But anyway, Hyperborea right here, and Antarctica right here. There will not be a Thailand podcast episode. That did not work out. So, yeah. So, according to the computer, it's been 14 minutes, even though it's not filming. So I guess that's okay for today. So, the internet is so bad. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching the White Rabbit YouTube channel. Uncovering the truth, one conspiracy at a time. See you next week on the White Rabbit YouTube channel. And stream.